the move by Chris Paul. Howard spins, throws it down.
Darren Williams, a terrific move in the paint.
A jaw-dropping move by CP3.
Chris Paul, one of the best in the business. Clear out, look out. Rejected by Howard.
3 years in a row, the Defensive Player of the Year.
Williams lets it fly. Oh, he got it to go.
But you can see the difference that Darren Williams can potentially make with the Nets.
Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, Darren Williams, call them the big three. 3 different players, 3 different teams. They could be on new teams here by the end of the weekend, or maybe not. Maybe 2 of them will be wearing the same uniform by the end of the weekend. Literally, folks, this thing is changing by the second. It's Rick Kamla, Dennis Scott, Ronnie Thompson here at your service with Game Time. These stories are crazy, y'all. The Chris Paul trade that was rejected by the NBA, vetoed by the NBA on Thursday night, looked like this. It was submitted to the league. Literally, the lockout officially ended Thursday afternoon. Bam! First order of business for the league, basically approving this trade. They did not. Paul would have gone to L.A., Gasol would have gone to Houston, Odom, Scola, Kevin Martin, Dragic, and a first-round pick would have gone to the New Orleans Hornets. It was rejected. Friday afternoon, the NBA gave the Hornets clearance to reopen the talks. Now, on Saturday, some have reported that a trade has been resubmitted to the NBA. Others have said that the trade has not been resubmitted to the NBA. And with that, we welcome an NBA insider from TNT, David Aldridge. DA, what is the story? Does the NBA right now have a trade that they are either going to approve or not approve with these 3 teams?
Rick, I would say right now it's being worked on. I mean, I think this is a sort of trade. You know, it has so many different versions and variables that I can't say that they have a trade offer that they're looking at, because it's constantly being tweaked. You have 3 teams at least involved in this deal, and several players, several draft picks, players turning into draft picks. So you've got a lot of different incarnations right now. I would say that it's probable that the league will have something to look at before the evening's out, and may be able to come back to the teams and let them know within a couple of hours whether it works or not. And even if they say no, it doesn't mean that the trade is dead. It means you go back and you try to fix it and come up with other tweaks that might be more palatable. We know that the league has indicated that they feel the Hornets have to get younger players and more draft picks out of it. And I was told last night that it's likely that the draft picks would come from the Lakers, and today it certainly seems like the players will come from the Rockets. I'm sorry. And so you're looking at, the Rockets do have some young players on their roster, like Jordan Hill and Chase Budinger and Patrick Patterson. So I would imagine some combination of those 3 players may be going in this trade to New Orleans, along with some of the other players that we had talked about earlier. The concern that the other owners had was that not only were the Hornets taking on a lot of older players, they were taking on a lot of salary as well. And these players obviously would be less salaried if they wind up in New Orleans, and that might make the deal a little easier.
Well, DA, is it safe to say if you can get some younger players, you make this deal happen? The Lakers are now $21 million under the cap. Safe to say we're going down to Orlando and go after Dwight Howard?
Well, I don't know what else you would have the money for, 3D. I mean, I'm not sure what else who else you'd be going after with $20 million in cap room that's available next summer. So certainly would seem that would be the targets. Certainly New Jersey is a target. I think Yahoo reported that within the hour that Dwight and the Orlando Sentinel had reported first that he had officially requested a trade. That is true. The Yahoo said it was the Nets. So there's 3 teams that he can talk to now officially, and so the Lakers are one of those teams, and so you can't ever count them out. And with Andrew Bynum perhaps as the centerpiece, they certainly have a better asset going forward than New Jersey does. We reported this yesterday that the Magic is not interested right now at the moment in Brook Lopez and 2 first-round picks. They do not like that deal. They do not think that's nearly enough for Dwight Howard. So if he is going to New Jersey, then the Nets are going to have to get a third team involved because they just don't have the assets right now to do it by themselves.
DA, we appreciate it. We'll be checking back with you maybe later tonight. I know for your case, probably, hopefully not, but DA is going to be working the phones, and we'll be in touch if something happens. DA, thank you very much.
Sure.
David Aldridge, NBA insider from TNT. This is Chris Paul working out on Friday at Hornets camp. And we got word that he was with the Hornets again here on Saturday at camp. Now you're wondering about the other guys. Maybe Pau Gasol was said to be present at the Lakers practice facility on Saturday. Gasol was practicing. Lamar Odom was not. He was at the facility undergoing his annual physical. And in terms of the Rockets, Martin was told not to come to practice. Scola was not practicing as well. And Dragic was already out with an ankle sprain. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers against the Lakers and overall. Look at the career overall and career versus the Lakers. He's about a plus 1.5 PPG against the Lakers and almost 2 assists better per game against the Lakers than he is against the rest of the NBA. There's something about Tinseltown and playing the purple and gold that Chris Paul likes. Ronnie, what do you make of this? This is one of the craziest stories I've covered in now my 10th season at NBA TV. I can't remember a story changing by the second like this one.
But you know what's interesting about it? Just as much influx that's been going on and we don't know what's going to happen. Just think about how confused the players must be. Mm-hmm. How hard do I practice? Am I going to be here? Do I start packing my bags? But let's say the trade does go through. Let's say Chris Paul does end up with the Lakers. Don't think overnight all of a sudden that's going to be a smooth, well-oiled engine. When you look at it, Chris Paul is a ball-dominant guard. Kobe Bryant likes to have the ball in his hands. There's certain adjustments that those guys are going to have to make, and they're not getting valuable, precious practice time to work out those kinks. And then we have an abbreviated season as well. So don't expect them to get out the gates smooth running.
Mike Brown, welcome to Hollywood if it goes down. And that's the bottom line. You accepted a job. We know you've been in the NBA a while. You've been around LeBron James the last 6 or 7 years, so you can understand things going wrong or right. The bottom line is you will have 2 superstars, and you have to make it work.
Mike Brown had a great quote on this. He said, I don't have expectations right now. I'm going to coach the guys that are here. He went on to say, we have more than enough guys. If not, you can ask Mitch. He allowed me to hire enough coaches. 1 or 2 of them can sub in if need be. So Mike Brown's just like, cool, if we have these guys, awesome. If we don't, awesome. I'm just going to coach the Los Angeles Lakers and do my job.